Today we are going to discuss the arithmetic sequence. This was developed by no one other than Carl Friedrich Gauss. The formula for the arithmetic sequence is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. And now for some problems. For the first problem, there are 7 carts on a train. The first cart consists of 125 passengers. The second cart has 150 passengers, and the third cart has 175 passengers. How many passengers must be on board the seventh cart for the train to depart?
Step number 1. Identify the given and write them down. So, in the word problem, the first term, or a sub 1, is equal to 125. The second term is equal to 150, and the third term is equal to 175. Since your common difference, or D, and your seventh term are missing, equate them both to question marks. Solve for the common difference. Remember to write down your formula so you won't forget. So the formula is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 d. There are two ways of solving for the common difference. The first way to solve it is to get the second term, subtract it from the first term to get your common difference. Since both is given, get a sub 2, which is 150, and subtract it from a sub 1, which is 125. Then simplify. So, a sub 7 is equal to a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 d. Substitute a sub 7 is equal to a sub 1 is 125 plus 7 minus 1 times 25. A sub 7 is equal to 125 plus 7 minus 1 is 6 times 25. A sub 7 is equal to 125 plus 6 times 25 is equal to 150. So 125 plus 150 is equal to 275. Remember, don't forget to box your answer.
So your final answer for the word problem would be a sub 7 is equal to 275, or you would need 275 passengers on board the seventh cart of the train for it to depart. And now for the second problem.
Find the 30th term given that the first term is negative 3 and the common difference of the terms is 2. The first thing we have to do is write down what is required from us and what we had been given. What we had been given, the values we have been given, are the common difference and the first term. It says here that the first term, or A1, is negative 3. And it says that the common difference, or D, is 2. Next, we have to write down what we are required to get, the value that we are required to get. In this case, it says, find the 30th term. To write that, we write that as A30 equals. Now that we had found out these values, we must substitute the formula with the values we were given. We were given A1 and D. So when you substitute, it will be A30 equals A1, which is -3, plus N, which is 30, minus 1, multiplied by D, and our D here is 2. Next, we simply solve. When solving for the arithmetic sequence or the 30th term or whatever term was required of you, first, ignore this, ignore A1, and do this side first, the right one. So, n minus 1 is 29. That will be multiplied by 2 because the D is 2. -3 plus 58. And lastly, -3 plus 58 is equal to 55. Positive 55. Why is it positive 55? Because the larger number of the two is a positive number, and the smaller amount is a negative number. In conclusion, the 30th term of the sequence is equal to 55. Let's review the problem. You were given two values. So, the next step is to substitute. You substituted the formulas, terms, with the values you have. So n became 30 because it is the number you are looking for, or the nth term. A1 became -3 because that is the first term given to us by the problem. N is also 30 because it is also the nth term. 1 is a set number and it's already included with the formula. D is 2 because that was what was given to us in the equation, in the problem. So then we continue solving. First, ignore A1 and do the parenthesis first. 30 minus 1 is 29. Multiply 29 by 2 is 58. Now, we solve -3 plus 58. -3 plus 58 is equal to 55. And that is why your A sub 30, or the 30th term, is 55.
And once again, that was the arithmetic sequence.